The future of our workforce isn't just written in boardrooms or factories, but in the universities, classrooms, and various forums, as well as in the minds of education leaders. They are the real visionaries who are pushing the boundaries in terms of creating the right set of talent, skills for the future professionals. In this series, Shaping Tomorrow, we honor them. We speak to various vice chancellors, deans, academic heads, and career services heads to understand how they are reshaping the higher education landscape and creating the future talent workforce. Join us as we uncover how they are transforming higher education to meet the needs of tomorrow, because shaping minds today means shaping the future workforce, one that is ready for the challenges of tomorrow. This is not just a conversation about education. This is a conversation about the future. And in this inaugural series, we cover the Middle East region, starting with the United Arab Emirates. Welcome to Shaping Tomorrow by Board Infinity. Welcome to Shaping Tomorrow by Board Infinity. We have Amsel and Abdul here. They are the career services team of BITS Pilani Dubai Campus. I think Amsel and Abdul, we have been in touch over the last 1 year or so, trying to understand more about the hiring market and how students are performing in the current hiring market as well. And I think you are two individuals who I have really seen who put their heart out and reach out to companies and get students the best offers. And BITS Pilani having a legacy of having more than 4 campuses today and pushing through for student outcomes is very, very evident here as well. First of all, congratulations for that. I think it would be an injustice if I give your introduction. It would be great if Amsel, you could start, and then Abdul, you could give your introduction as well.
Sure. First of all, Sumesh, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's been an incredible 8 years, almost 8 years with BITS Pilani. I joined in 2017. And since then I've been seeing the students, the youth going out and pursuing their career interest, what they're aligned to. And we've been fortunate enough to help them, support them, assist them in their career journey. And that's one part of, we can assist them as we can see, sort of a noble profession, I would say. I would consider myself lucky to have this profession because we are ultimately helping out the youth who would become the successor later on. So incredible 7 years, and this is my 8th year going on, and I'm very fortunate. So I come from a recruitment background. So prior joining to BITS Pilani, I was with Monster Gulf, and there I had the opportunity to closely work with a lot of MNCs and the local conglomerates. And that's what the flavor I bring in when I came to BITS Pilani, to offer the same thing with respect to, see that how we can help the graduates to pursue their career.
Great. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I think we've been in touch for quite some time. I think what I see common between our team and Board Infinity team is we are striving towards helping students get empowered when it comes to the career. With that point, just a quick introduction about myself. I have almost about 18 years of work experience in UAE. Primarily, just like Amsel, I was into the recruitment arena, I would say, where we were helping a lot of corporates find right kind of talent in the market. So we've been on the other side, where we were helping companies and with education institutions. I've been with education institutions for almost about 10 years plus now. So, I've had the opportunity to switch the tables and help universities get their students empowered to get into the industry. So we've seen both sides of recruitment sphere over here. So we have a better understanding about what employers look out for here, and then we try and empower our students to be more industry ready so that they find the career of choice that they're looking out for. So it's obviously, like what Amsel has mentioned, it's a very noble job that I would say, because there are a lot of students unclear about what they want to do in future.
Absolutely.
Guiding them, mentoring them is a different kind of satisfaction. And when they come back to the university after achieving XYZ in the career, it gives us a kick to make sure that we create such kind of programs and create such kind of opportunities which can empower more number of students. So talking about numbers, we're talking about together, if we look at our journeys at BITS Pilani, we've empowered approximately around 3,000 plus students.
Wow.
To find jobs, internships, career support, etc. So feels good to be helping the young talent.
Great. Tell us a little bit about the programs which are running in campus, and which all programs are the ones which students are keen in terms of employability outcomes. I understand that students will have different aspirations,
Right.
but from a perspective of what are those programs and where do students really want to get into in terms of jobs?
I believe that there's a diverse range of opportunities available in UAE. With Dr. Muhammad's vision, His Highness's vision about 2030, there are a lot of areas where the government is looking at developing in terms of just to name few. AI is one area where they're extensively looking at developing. Internet of Things, there are areas such as renewable energy. These are some of the areas where there are a lot of opportunities available, and accordingly we see a similar kind of reflection when students are choosing their programs, because people are so well informed, especially parents who are living over here. They're well informed about what are the jobs of future, where are the areas where students might find job opportunities. So AI is one area where there's been a lot of inclination towards students. Then we look at obviously sustainability. So we have seen a double growth when it comes to core engineering roles. So if you look at mechanical, electrical engineering roles, they are growing we have so many jobs available that we don't have students available to place. So it's not just technology. Obviously, technology is one area which is growing with threefold growth is there in that particular domain. But there are a lot of other conventional engineering areas where there are opportunities. So we've slowly seen people moving into civil engineering back again. We have seen people moving into mechanical. We see interest among electrical students as well. In electrical programs, electronics program. So all in all, I think things are coming back on track. It's not just technology, but it's even conventional engineering, which is bearing good results.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And I think I want to deep dive a little bit more around the hiring and the student preparation side.
Sure.
I think where I would like to start off would be, and there are a lot of questions, but spending close to 2 decades in the industry, and especially in the recruitment field, and then right now in the university career services side, I think cumulatively you have 3 decades of experience. What are those, what are the hiring patterns which are evolving today, and how is it changing? So one is that, and second, for a potential person who's sitting in the academic system today, right? Let's say a student,
Right.
how do they really need to strategize and get into these opportunities, right? And what are the ways in which these opportunities are today offered? Is it internships? Is it final placements?
Sure.
Dubai is a very skill-driven market. So we have to first understand, being the mentors and the guide, being on the other side of the table where we are especially guiding these students to ensure that how they are industry ready is first set of information which we are making students aware is that they have to have those skill sets which are in demand in the market. So it's a very skill-driven market where we prepare these students based on what the market demands is, and especially in terms of their skills. So we understand that there's definitely a gap between the academia and industry. So we as a career services department try to minimize that gap, and we ensure that students are industry ready with the right, and they are equipped with the right skill set which are in demand in the market. So this is really important for us, and that's how we are especially doing extensive outreach meeting with the industry people. We even had an industry advisory panel on campus with different set of people for different branches. So in total, I think we have 5 branches, and for every 6 branches, and for every branch we have. For every department, we have different set of industry advisory panels who are basically helping us to analyze that how we can tweak and twist a little bit in terms of the curriculum so that it aligns well with the industry. So to answer your first question, yes, a very skill-driven market, and we need to ensure that we are equipping our students with the right skill set which are in demand in the market.
I think our approach from the placement point of view is obviously we try and understand what's the needs and requirements of employers, try to assess what is their requirement over a period of next 2 to 3 years time. So we forecast what could be the kind of roles available for students for the next couple of batch, and design programs accordingly. So in terms of obviously we have industry advisory panel which gives us insights about the industry, but we also as career services department ensure that we take feedbacks from the organization after every hiring program.
That's
so
interesting.
get to understand what are their requirement, where are the gaps that they've seen among students, what are the areas, not only soft skills but our focus is more on the hard skills at this point of time. So soft skills is something which has been embedded part of the curriculum as of now. So right starting from first year onwards, there are components of soft skills that students get exposed to, especially with a buzzing campus which has about 30 plus clubs over here. There are a lot of opportunities for students to take up leadership roles, enhance their soft skills, but they don't get that opportunity to understand what are the hard skills in demand in market and practices on campus. So we have a very interesting club called Google Tech Club, which has started taking steps in helping students not only develop on Google products but also areas such as cybersecurity, areas such as blockchain technology, etc. So they're doing campaigns. So there are a lot of activities going on. But alongside that, what we try and encapsulate is get a right kind of feedback from the industry when it comes to the job skills or the hard skills, and try to incorporate programs, especially for the final year students, right before they go out for internship programs or their campus placement program. So that is one practice that we regularly do.
From a hiring standpoint, my understanding, spending time in the region, is that a lot of hiring is happening from an internship perspective, and that is the predominant route for students to finally get an end outcome, right? One is, why is that so? One. Second is that does it make sense for companies to think through of doing more final offers as well, apart from internship as a method to placements?
So I believe that this is something which is being practiced. Internship leading to placement is being practiced in Dubai for almost about 8 to 10 years now. And we being the, I would say, I think it would be a right word if we say market leader, because we are the only university who's got an embedded internship program which is called Practice School, which was introduced to companies over here, way in 2002 and 2003, when we had our first batch doing internships. But in India, we've been practicing that for about 75 years. And over here, like as Amsel was mentioning, that it's a very skill-driven market. So right from the time oil was discovered in Dubai, they always relied on workforce from outside. So they were hiring people from Texas, from India, who had experience of basically extracting oil. So they were always reliant on skilled labor, and that's why unintentionally they look out for experience even in fresh graduates, unfortunately. So there's a joke that does round in the HR community here, which says that we are looking to hire a fresh graduate with 2 years of work experience. So that's what the case is. It's because traditionally they've been dependent mostly on skilled labor. And hence, as an institution, universities need to look into empowering students with those skills which are out there in the market. So if that's been embedded in the curriculum, if it's part of the curriculum, they'll get it becomes easy for them to transition from university to get into workforce. So one reason I would say is they're not getting people, industry is not getting people with right kind of skill set, and hence they want to try them out for a span of 3 months, 6 months, see whether this soft skill bit can be fine tuned, and along with that little bit of training on hard skill side, and then they are part of the system. And it also gives students an opportunity to gauge whether this is the right company for me, whether I have a glass ceiling after couple of promotions, whether this is the right kind of company for me. So it's win-win for both, I would say. Companies get time to see whether he or she is the right fit, and students get an opportunity to look at the organization as well. And moreover, there's a cost involved when it comes to hiring a person on board. So we are talking about anything between 8,000 to 10,000 dirhams.
So that's
for
the
an
starting
organization.
salary.
That is the cost for visa.
On cost for visa to get them on board.
Get them on board. Yeah. So I believe that is also one reason where people want to invest in the right candidate and make sure that they're not making a hiring
So this
mistake.
is a yearly fee to renew the visa, or is it a one-time fees for that 8,000, 10,000?
I think it's a 2 years,
Okay.
2 years visa fees. But initially, when they're taking anybody on board, there are certain formalities like visa, Emirates ID card, and you have the insurance,
Right.
and a couple of other things. And if they realize that after 6 months they realize that this is not it's a mishire, it's a loss for the organization. So they're being a little more skeptical, more they want to ensure that they are investing in the right candidate, basically. So that's one more reason why companies take time when it comes to hiring, and they're following a pattern of internship leading to full-time jobs.
It's a market which is very competitive when you say that it's skills-based hiring, etc. Now, how do you ensure that success is met, right? Make sure that the students are like really ready, right? And it's a give and take thing, right? I mean, industry would have feedback, and then you would have some feedback around it. You would have feedback around the students. So, one of the things about a career services department is you're sitting at the anchor point between these companies, students, academics, right? How do you manage the expectations of so many stakeholders in terms of making sure that you still stay competitive, but at the same time convince all the 3 stakeholders to ensure that outcomes happen?
Well, see, I would like to go back to your previous question first. So what Abdul had mentioned about competitiveness in terms of how the students, we are preparing these students. So I just wanted to add one more point over here, that this is a SME driven market.
Okay.
So when we are talking about the onboarding cost of these students, or as you mentioned that it's a very internship driven market where the companies would like to take interns on board and then later they want to convert them to full time. So one reason is because it's a very SME driven market. 80 to 85% of the organizations in UAE who hires are from the SME background.
Which means lesser than 1,000 employees?
Yeah, you can say lesser than 200.
200 to 15.
Okay, that's
200,
the
yes.
okay.
So again, there is another point which we have to keep in mind is that it's a very diverse country with diverse nationality. So it's a cutthroat competition, and every year, because the UAE government is focusing more on education, so every year we have more and more graduates graduating, coming out from different universities, and there are a lot of educational institutes which are being set up in the UAE. So hence, of course, a cutthroat competition with different diverse nationalities. And coming back to the same point, because it's a SME driven market, everyone has a cost involved, and as Abdul rightly said that there's a cost involved of getting a person on board, which approximately costs between 8,000 to 12,000 dirhams. It's an investment. It's a substantial investment for them to hire a person, and again, if it goes, if there's a mishiring, then again there's a loss for the company. So we need to understand that what set of companies are hiring, which category they belong to. So the one point is that it's a very SME driven market. Now how we are navigating those basically the challenges, or how we are overcoming this, is to ensure that we have the right approach to bring in the people from the industry making sure that our brand is, there's an awareness of our brand of BITS Pilani, because we completely are into the engineering side.
Correct.
We are known for our engineering programs, and as Abdul said, that we are the market leaders. We have our presence in this part of the world since last 25 years. So this year we are celebrating our silver jubilee.
Okay.
And we are proud to say that we have been the market leaders, and our students are being working in all the top-notch companies. And looking at the the competitiveness of our students, the way our curriculum has been designed, and the way the rigorous curriculum and the student preparedness we have, along with practice school, this is something where the students, the companies also feel that these students are coming up with a very strong background, with a very rigorous curriculum, along with 7.5 months of industry experience. So again, to answer your question, that when it comes to full-time hiring, most of the companies prefer our students, because the student, when they graduate, a fresh graduate with 7.5-8 months of minimum experience they have on their CV, which is a unique selling point for BITS Pilani.
Great. And you would have seen a cross section of students in 2000 to 2010. We are in 2024 today. What are some of the changes that you see in the students, and with respect to their aspirations, behaviors, and how are we managing that?
I would say more tech savvy.
Okay.
That's one thing. I think post-COVID, everyone has become tech savvy nowadays. That's one area we don't need to worry much about. They adapt to changes. That is something, and with a rigorous curriculum that Amsel was mentioning just now, it gives them an opportunity to learn adaptability as early as possible. So an engineering student doing core engineering courses, like 4 to 5 courses a day, along with and then switch off engineering and get into programs which are business related, takes a lot of strength, courage, and they need to be extremely agile in order to adapt to those changes. So starting from that up until the clubs that I was talking about, there are many of them who single-handedly, I would say, hold a couple of positions in various clubs. So there's a student who's a president of a tech club, as well as participating in their dance clubs as well. So they juggle between different programs, different clubs, etc., which give them key skills, which are adaptability. So as per a LinkedIn survey recently, one skill that companies currently are looking out for is adaptability, because due to the changing environment, due to the new technologies coming in, there's rapid change happening in a corporate setup. So they want people to be adaptable, people who can wear multiple hats. So these are some of the things which are embedded in our system. So they have to do multiple things in order to survive the in-house competitive environment among students. So I believe that's one reason why they're more preferred by industries right now. They have one quality which is already embedded in them in this last 4 years journey. Yeah.
Okay, great. So leaving aside the professional side, what do you both of you do to wind down and do in your free time?
All right, so there was one question that everybody asked me. So when Amsel was hired in the team, they're like, do you have a special criteria that you only hire singers in the team? So right from our
Amsel sings.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's an amazing
You and
singer.
Abdul, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, both of you sing.
Yeah.
So even our boss, who's sitting in Hyderabad campus,
okay.
Mr. Bala, he likes singing. So we all of us have the same kind of pastime hobby. I've been telling Amsel that he should try professional singing, because
Is it?
yeah.
So do you have like channels and all, like YouTube channels or something?
We
Okay.
do. We do, and we make it a point that whenever there's an employee event over here, we participate.
Oh, okay.
Normally in duos. So we do medleys and all that stuff. So music is something that binds our team.
Nice.
And obviously with few students working in our team as well, we do involve in sports as well. Especially cricket, badminton, etc.
And both of you are the same in terms of the winding down activities. Okay, great, awesome.
Yes.
Now, I think as a closing note, right, what I'm trying to understand, and this is from a perspective of how the community can benefit. No trade secrets required, but my understanding is that a lot of students actually come with a lot of aspirations to the market, especially from South Asian countries and other countries as well. Now one of the struggle points is also to understand, and you have a very robust system within the community here built so that it helps the students. But what do you think are one or two recommendations, and you would have seen a lot of institutions by now, and two recommendations you think that will be useful for them to adopt so that they can do better in their career services?
So this is primarily for students who are coming here for higher education.
So students, and from an administration standpoint, what should people do to perform better at this whole function and make sure that
career services?
And make sure the students are successful, especially students from different kinds of nationalities coming in the region.
So I think my personal advice would be obviously someone who understands job roles, understand industries and domains thoroughly. That's the first thing. Because with that, for this role, if you're looking at the main KPI, for us it's how many students placed at the end of the year. So it's always related to number of jobs created. So jobs could be created and offers could be released only if there's a match between what industry is looking out for and what students are ready with in terms of skills. So for that, a clear understanding about what market offers, predicting the future, and preparing that pool of talent within your institution is something which is very important. So understanding domain, and apart from that, I would say a great skill development program embedded within the curriculum. It need not be so. I'm not of the opinion that only in the final year students should be taught these transferable skills. It should be small packages of these programs throughout the 4-year program. Start early, as early as possible. So I think these are the two things that I think career services professionals should focus more on.
What about you, Amsel? What do you think?
Well, as I said that this is a very small part of the world, so networking is very important. So right from the day the student comes in, we emphasizes, me and Abdul, we both emphasizes a lot when it comes to the career counseling. So we generally ask these students, we suggest them that you should start doing the networking right from the day one you step in this part of the world, because this is how it's gonna give you back once you are about to graduate. And that is the reason, as a career services division, we do a lot of events on campus.
Nice.
Just to ensure that we have a better connectivity, a better networking.
Students are exposed.
Students should be exposed to. So that makes our work also a bit easy, because somewhere we know that students are being utilizing those contacts and they are getting exposed to the right set of contacts. And I have seen especially over here, that people are ready to help when it comes to being a mentor. They try to help the students, the youth, in case if they have any questions or doubts with respect to how they can prepare themselves or how they should face the real world out there. So I think one is networking for sure, that they have to come and do the networking, and of course the rest Abdul have already covered, that this is how it has to be when once they come in, and they should know how to prepare themselves. They should navigate their journey through, and they should do it right from the day when they join any organization, whether it's BITS Pilani or any other university or institute for that matter. But this is the requirement.
Great. I think whenever I come to campus, we have these refreshing conversations, and it stays original. I think both of you. I find that in the region, a lot of great work has been done by both of you in terms of pushing placements in the region and making sure that there is a standard or a benchmark achieved. First of all, congrats for that. And I think the idea of this conversation was to put some of that for the broader community as well and see if they would also benefit from that. So thank you for sharing all the knowledge, insights, and the time spent doing this. And good luck and best wishes for you all the future endeavors that you have.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sumesh.
Yeah.